So I got a new foundation of peace from leaving California. So I left California in November 29th of 2020 down 4. And I had just got my car running like maybe I think November 14th I got it. I had it because I needed a new radiator and a whole bunch of stuff with that. But my car was down pretty much after my dad had passed in 2023. Cause like that car was just like it was a stressful car to be in. Um, I had needed a O2 sensor on it. I used to drive that car flying to the hospital. I'm talking about 90, 100 on the freeway, bending goddamn corners on that goddamn freeway to that damn hospital. Over my dad flying up there, because all of that, my dad's dying process was all new to me. So, they calling me and telling me things, and I'm flying up there, um, and whatnot. And I went through that for months, honestly. Like, really. Like, I done had multiple breakdowns, too, where it's like, I'm thinking my dad gonna die, he ain't died, and whatnot. Um, then when he actually died, I was with that little playing ass chick. I forgave her, too. That's a new thing. Hit her up, forgive her. She said she was sorry, and I felt it in her soul. She she knows she's sorry. Because that nigga I talk about that she ended up getting with that I was whining about. He ended up getting out of jail and whatnot, and ended up going back to jail. So she ain't got him. But women try to keep their mind occupied. They do stupid stuff, but she'll realize me when marriage hits the line, a whole bunch of things, principles, of a good soul. And I would definitely admit that um, my presentation was of a weak man for what a woman could want, but me focus on my goals. That's where my strongness was at on life. Because I was focused on my goal and I ain't giving up on it. I'm like, that's just what it is. Hit a couple of roadblocks because I'm dealing with this state stuff, probate with the family and whatnot. So that's cool. Vulnerabilities too from the past. Um, my car, because my car was just out in California just sitting. And the situation with that, I got some little understanding on that, so it's a little piece. Cause main thing I'm focused on is a couple of things, whatnot. But um, that give me a little more peace, so I can get back to my present and focus on things and whatnot. So that helps. A little happiness added to that. A couple of little side tracks too, cause I seen a trail that presented where, motherfuckers trying to they're trying to see some things and whatnot, and it's just like, okay. So we'll see on that nature, but I'm gonna let it go. Whatnot, analyze that, I observe that uh, from a viewpoint and whatnot. But yeah, never. One thing I did learn too though is like, okay, as a man, you gotta learn 1-on-1. Never take what you learn to a female. Don't do that. Cause you excited cause you getting smarter. You happy cause you getting smarter. You learning from a man that's in a better position than you, and you take this to the girl that you dealing with. That like, yeah, I'm learning on life. This, and you could be serious. I was serious, boy, when I was learning on life. Cause it just was like, damn, this is totally different. Why not? Because they will use that shit against you on life. They will use you. They will use it against you. Because you got to look at it like this. And I'm realizing too as I'm speaking it. If a man is better than you and you're trying to become that, a woman will decline you from becoming that. And she going to do it in the forms of talking shit. I'd have been there. It was like, oh, you listen to all these little podcasts and you think you better than people, and all this shit. But she wouldn't say that to the person I'm listening to. She would have no choice but to respect because she can't come with that energy. So it's like, you trying to prevent me from becoming that? Why? First off, I love you. What the fuck is that? But that's why it's like, okay, when like men have bro codes, man codes, a whole bunch of things. Y'all probably ain't never heard of no man codes, but that would make sense though. I ain't never heard of that, but it would make sense if like I'm a grown ass man. Like, we hear the term bro code, man code. There's a man code always been there. Like, and it's amongst man in those conversations to where it's like no woman is involved. I'm understanding that on life, and it's like, first off, no man is trying to be against a woman. We trying to figure it out and all that on life and have these conversations. We like a man sit up there and try to be one on one with his chick and talk everything out with her. It's gonna crash. It's destined to crash. On life, it's destined to sit up there and talk to a female about what a man goes through, the stresses and all that. Hell no, it will never work. It will never work because a woman will never understand a man's problem on life. That's just what it is. I went through the goddamn, okay, I was just going through process. La-di-da-di, that's what I'm going through because I don't trust niggas. You gonna have to trust niggas because we all in it together on life. But you got some fake niggas too. You know, you some niggas you can't trust. That's just what it's gonna be. We ain't gonna get into all that. I done gave some stories up. Some of them I deleted. One of them, you can't trust every nigga. Well, you got niggas who can be jealous over a whole bunch of things. You got niggas, let's be 100, you got niggas who will be jealous over you and your bitch. Why are you upset, boy? What's wrong with you? You know, but you got some niggas where what they say does matter. Nigga, you changing up for the bitch. Yeah, but see, that's the vice versa. Because if you get you a bitch, you gonna change up on the bitch. But I wouldn't even be on that. And you got a lot of niggas who be, do your thing. I'm happy for the bro in life, you know. But it get to a point to where it's like a female can cross territories to where it's like, she don't. Wait, hold on, bitch. You don't want the bro around his friends. What are you talking about, bitch? We are here for him. We are here for you. We have to understand you. We have to learn about you from him and things like that. And a lot of it be indirect, just manly conversation over time. Oh, he really love her. Okay, respect. A nigga gotta build respect for a bitch, even if they ain't with the bitch. Your homies and all that. But that's a whole nother ball game. But I just realized a whole bunch of things. I'd have been utilized too against myself. Like bitch been trying to utilize me against myself for a long time, and niggas too. Stop doing that shit. You only playing yourself. Like that's a tripwire to where it's like, damn, okay. People really be doing that. You know? Some people don't have security measures, but I got security measures for a whole bunch of shit on life. And it's like, okay, you know, a whole bunch of things where, you know, alright, but I ain't gonna get into all that. But I done been with some chicks who, you know, you think you're better than everybody. No, I think I'm better and we can be better than the situation that we're in. We. It's always a we. And if it ain't gonna be us, then I'm just gonna continue learning all that. But I had to stop learning for a cool little minute. You know, learn on a different topic and whatnot. But shit, let's get back to the source on life. I got goals I got to achieve and whatnot. And I gotta restructure a whole bunch of things to where it's like I can't allow no woman into my inner circle or my spirit or anything like that to where it's like focus. I got kids and all that. People that had kids, you know, it's a spirit that I dealt with where that spirit had a kid and it's a new come here, bring your ass here. Oh, now you starting to understand what a nigga went through. You might have some niggas who be around you to where it was all street shit on life. It was that. Then you change your life and it's like, yeah, this nigga that had kids, okay, like that was my nigga on the street shit. They gonna call you family man and all that. They gonna throw some little words and all that. They don't want to be around that energy because the lifestyle is too active. It happens like that. You motherfuckers go through that to this day, you know. And it is definitely a vulnerability in having kids, but you just gotta structure your process on, you know, your viciousness got to come for the protection of your family. That's just what it's gonna be, and all that. And yeah, you can still be from the hood and all that stuff, but it be that. I talked to a good amount of homies, family man. Found that nigga, okay, that's cool. Except the food is, okay, yeah, that's definitely true. You know, it's still in there, but that happens. That's life. You live and learn. It ain't like, you know, you just live and learn. That's the best way I can give it. I ain't gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff, but you just live and learn and whatnot. But yeah, that's all cool and whatnot. You live and learn and shit. But we all go through it. The experience that I've been through ain't nothing new. Other people been through it. You know, other people been through the change of them having kids or just the change of wanting to get away from gang culture. You got niggas who don't have kids want to get away from it. Who want to stick around gang culture? It's the dumbest thing ever. Live by the gun, die by the gun. Real niggas done heard that saying growing up in their hood on life. You done heard that damn saying. And you done went through that process, especially when you was young. Okay, like, oh, that's what it is. Live by the gun, I'ma die by that shit. You hope your day never come, but you understand that, like, for sure it's coming. I'm like, you understand that. You change, you could dip off the scene, you could do a whole bunch of things, whatnot. And outside of that, death is still coming though. Just from age, just from process. A nigga can die in so many ways. A heart attack, your body just shut down, you can overdose. Nigga, you can die in today's time for overthinking on life. Just overthinking, stressing. I done learned too in my dad's situation, grieving over that nigga, to like missing him so much. I had to nip that shit in the bud. I'm like, oh, like, I forgot the term for it. I didn't even want to think about that term. I was like, but I know it's like, they say if you hold on to like the pain of losing someone, or like not even losing someone, like the no, it was something about like losing someone where it made me understand like, damn, you supposed to let that shit go like in 11 months. I was thinking about my dad over 11 months. I'm like, oh, okay, I ain't trying to die, because I used to feel like that, like, damn, nigga, like, die any goddamn day, or I might die. Like, the factor that was there was so under this, like, under the present moment that I was living, to where, like, it was so much death in the air and all that, in that aspect, you know, but no spiritual understanding, focusing on God. And I gotta throw God in it too, because at this rock bottom that I live, I found God. I met God. I met that presence. I met that energy on life. And that's just what it is. And people, I ain't gonna get into all that. It is what it is. But because I ain't giving that type of energy in this conversation. But you know, every day where I be amped up on certain things in my expression, to where they're, you know, the tone might be louder, the delivery might not sound how it's being delivered. But people be thinking I'm on drugs. I ain't no fucking drugs. The only thing I ever drunk in my goddamn life was alcohol. That was it. You know, I went to my mama. She drunk her whole pregnancy and whatnot. You know, but that's it. You know, I got a situation where motherfuckers tried to drug me up on life, true stories and shit. Especially when I was homeless, when I used to live in Iowa. You know, I had a nigga out there named Kendrick. I'll never forget his spirit on life. Nigga trying to give me that little one of them smoking vape pens. I don't know what that shit was, boy. We in a shelter. They give me a room with him. He got a prison mentality, and I have to believe him, because the nigga was 50. He was 58 when I met him. Buff. I'm talking about cut. Look like his sly shit, like on life, like cut, the energy, mobbing, walking. And that's where the name Jesmo come from. A lot of people don't know that, but that's where the name Jesmo come from. I got a nickname named Jesmo. You know, I got videos. I'm gonna upload them, but Jesmo. And we're gonna get into it one day too, nigga. I'm like, boy. One day he went to go get some alcohol. I was already tired from the day. I fell asleep. He told me to open that door. When he comes back, well, I went to sleep. Don't like, he played it so smooth. Came in there, vroom, with the vacuum. Boy, it's about 12 in the morning. Vroom, doing all that. I wake up. He say something like, nigga, I should break your motherfucking jaw. Boy, I raise up, do it. I'm like, could he have? Who knows? But I gave him the opportunity, because I know, I'm like, nigga, my energy, I'm coming with on life. Do it, nigga. Like, nigga, all that talking, nigga, do it. I'm like, nigga, I'm just sitting there. Nigga, do it. He all in my shit, nigga, do it, nigga. I'm like, but I ain't on that time. I was so calm at the time. I'm about to beat the fuck out this nigga. We gonna get it cracking. But at the end of the day, I'm like, nigga, I fell the fuck asleep. What the fuck you want me to do? Because we was already drinking at that time. Actually, that's what it was. We was already drinking. And he wanted to go back to the liquor store to get some more. I was already good. He wanted to get some more. That's what it was. And I'm like, nigga, do it. But we got that understood afterwards, whatnot. You know, we ain't went through no situation like that no more. You know, but cool little thing. But Kendrick is on my line. This nigga used to call me square ass nigga. I'm trying to change. I'm live. And on top of that, this ain't none of my territory. I'm like, so it is all that. I don't mind it. It is what it is. And whatnot. But I ain't trust hang around with the nigga, because But I ended up finding out a nigga on drugs. When he got really, when it really got exposed, you know, it started in the form of conversation beforehand, to where it's like, oh, that white boy, he can cook all that up, and, you know, all this shit about meth. This what it was about. And go a little bit off track. I remember my first job I got was with Labor Ready. They changed it to People Ready, but they was like, "Are you on meth?" I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" My mom, I'm like, "Nah." Oh, you'd be surprised. Everybody, that's their choice of drug. Man, everybody at the shelter on that shit. The nigga Kendrick ended up on that shit with the little white boy. He said he ain't never done that in this hood. They'd kill you if they ever find out that shit. Find out, oh, what you told me was a lie. You been tried this shit and all that. But you know, I'm like, I can't drink off people, none of that. I gotta buy my own shit. I gotta pee real quick. And I seen a video too the other day going on track where it was Vlad TV and Ari Spears, I believe. They was talking about peeing, sitting down, peeing. I'll be sitting down, peeing and chilling online. Online, I could be standing up, but I don't be doing that shit. I be sitting down. I like being on my phone. I like to sit down and pee, chill on my phone, browse, nigga. I'm like, but anyways, hold on, goddamn, I can't even focus. Sanitize my little hands and shit. But anyway, with the dude Kendrick, you know, a couple of things, but I want to get back focused to the whole drug shit. The first time it started, I do remember he had a vape pen, not a vape pen, one of them liquid pens, to where, you know, he was saying, oh, you could put anything in this, and he's smoking on it. I'm like, what? Like, what's that type of shit? Like, yo, he's smoking on it. It was like yellow in color, and they were telling me you could put weed in it. He said any type of drug. He was like, hit it. I'm like, hell no, that's the first time I ain't hitting that shit. He was like, change the cartridge. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Dude. Anyways, fast forward, you know, going back to the little drug shit. He telling me about this white boy who can make drugs, he make meth and all this shit. They buy all this rat poison and whatnot from Walmart. All this shit. These niggas panhandling to get high. It got to that point. And the first time where I met this white boy, that was the first time this nigga offered me a cigarette. So smooth. You smoke? What that cigarette I smoke? I was just like, I'm trying to change this and all this shit. Trying to stop smoking cigarettes and shit. Bam, but I'm like, grab a cigarette. Boy, they just chopping up talking, right? The nigga Kendrick don't even know I got this cigarette. I'm just, my mama would have smoked that cigarette. And I just smoked all type of cigarettes. I say this to get to this point, but I'm sitting up there chilling with it. Bam. And Kendrick already know I'm trying to stop smoking because that's the nigga I always been around. I told him I'm done smoking, then I had stopped. So, you know, went to buy him and shit. So he see I had already stopped. So, bam, you know. And we used to buy big ass bags of tobacco and rolling paper and roll the cigarettes up like that type shit. And just smoke just regular fucking tobacco. But, you know, it was a person who was jogging by, never gonna let him go by. Oh, I think that we kind of under this bridge in Waterloo, Iowa, going towards the library. It's a bridge that goes to this library in Waterloo, Iowa. Kendrick sitting with that damn cigarette. He get there going crazy. Hit that motherfucker. Hit that motherfucker. That's gonna be the best cigarette of your life. Or your Ethan. That's gonna be the best cigarette of your goddamn life. I'm sitting up there. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, boy, we done went to the store many times. I done smoked many cigarettes with you. I never in my life ever smoked a cigarette. I was like, that's the best cigarette of my goddamn life. Intuition kicking. I'm like, oh, something wrong with that cigarette. I get that shit back to that white boy. Boy, I bounce out from them. But I'm like, I should have kept that motherfucker and just took it to a laboratory to get tested. But I know something was wrong with that cigarette. Because a nigga with that much energy telling me that's going to be the best cigarette of my goddamn life. What do you mean that's going to be the best cigarette of my goddamn life? Manufacturers of cigarettes make these. What are you talking about? So I knew something was off there. Now I'm like, oh, the little white boy he talking about gave that to me, and he make all this meth shit. I'd have been out there fucked up for the rest of my life. Fucked up. Then on top of that, if I was ever to get back to my principles of you motherfuckers drugging me, y'all gotta go on life. I ain't finna, no, I don't take violation like that. Like, fuck that. Y'all gotta say, oh, y'all crazy. But, stepped off the scene. My life ended up changing in that situation to where, shelter situation. They didn't know I was there for a long time because they was like, who is this? Because I was so quiet. Ended up having to leave that, go back to Bay Miles and all that and whatnot. Ended up getting kicked out again. Called my dad up, and then end up, my dad and my brother came through with a ticket for me to leave, go back to California. I did not want to go back to California. Didn't. I was 20 something. I think 20. I was 24. I was 24 when I went back to California. I did not want to go back to California. I was mad as fuck. You want to be out there? I did not want to be in California. I hated it. I'm like, it's like I gotta move a certain way. I gotta drive my car. My window gotta be tinted. All type of shit. I had a little truck I used to bend corners in and whatnot, and I'd have been just. I'd have been, I'll give a scenario that's just off topic. This funny. I remember one time. I don't know what the fuck it was that I did with these people, but I don't think it was anything. But I remember this one time driving. I went to this store called Stater Brothers, and driving to Stater Brothers, I see these niggas on the side of the street. I don't know if they was young. They couldn't have been kids. I don't think they was kids. But when I come back, cause I used to fly down the street in this motherfucking truck, and only went 85. But I used to, these motherfuckers tried to push a basket out. They threw the basket out. Woo! I had already seen them though. When I seen them to the corner, cause I seen them running back. But they threw a basket out. If I would have hit that basket, boy, that whole truck would have motherfucking flipped. Cause this was a metal ass truck to where it's like, like the way the truck was made, it was gonna have to process hitting that basket to where it's like, foo, and then like flip. That's what these niggas trying to do. I already seen them. Damn, I see the nigga come out that basket, man, I just swerved. I just started laughing and I was mad too. But like, niggas go back and tear that whole shit up, cause y'all in the whole, they was like in this, like every house was right there. So y'all in one of these houses on life. Then niggas just sit or prep the situation for it to be that the next time. It was like, nigga, beat the fuck out of y'all. Well, now, but I wasn't with the nigga at the time who I was with, which was a nigga who I liked his spirit, and he used to be around here from he was from he was from he was a blood though. He was a blood. He was a cool person, cool spirit, a nigga who liked me. But no, I was already on changing because that was my focus. So it's like all my gang ties, none of that matters to. I don't need to explain that. But whatnot. The energy is there, but like nigga, where you from? Yeah. It's over with. Life hasn't changed, but yeah, I went to that little situation and whatnot. Went to some other things, but I used to always prepping that goddamn truck to where it's like, okay, you know, scenario. You got a scenario based plan. That's what the militant people like that. Scenario based plan, like real powerful people, they're like that. They do that. And I had that mindset as a young nigga for my gang and whatnot. And it is what it is. I'm unactive and unactive over May. I think I even hit over 14 years. $13. Wait, hold on. I might be. No, I'm tripping. Hold on, I'm tripping. Wait. Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. Calculating wrong. Or no, maybe I am calculating right. Hold on. Okay, 12 years. Okay, so I was about right. Wait, no. I'm tripping. I'm calculating the wrong age. Because I ain't went through this stuff. Because I'll be counting up when I done change and shit. I'll be counting my changes. So, hold on. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, 14 years. Yeah, I was right. So 14 years. It's been a little bit over 14 years. Yeah. Nigga, man, family man. That's what they call a nigga, family man. That's cool. Set that for what it is. Cause everybody be having kids. Everybody else that got kids from the set family man too. Yeah. I ain't the only one. And we all family men. Shit, we need to have a family goddamn reunion. Everybody from the set got kids. It's the way niggas gotta live. Everybody from the set got kids. It's the way niggas really trying to live. Type shit. Anyways, I'm out.